Hello, so in this video we are going to create a portal that provides us jumping power so we can jump high, and you will be able to decide how high. So this is a new actor we are going to create. So what I'm going to do is you can go to the content drawer, you can go to the all content blueprints. And what I want you to do is just duplicate this BP portal. We already have this actor. I'm just going to duplicate it and use it as a template because it goes faster this way. So duplicate it, and I'm going to name it BP underscore jump portal. Says that I'm going to name it, well, let's call it portal jump. I'm going to open this up. We don't need this here. This was just a duplicate. We are gonna do something different. So I'm gonna delete all of this code in Portal Jump. We don't need the box component here either. So I'm gonna delete that as well. And for the mesh, if you select it, we need it to generate hit events. So you can search for gen, and you will find the result here. It says under collision, it says simulation generate hit events, and that's what we want. I'm gonna right click on the mesh, do add event on component hit. Alright, so this hit event will be fired when we are physically hitting the actual mesh of this portal. This is the mesh you can see here. When we physically hit it, this event will trigger. So what I'm gonna do is just do let's see, we can do a print string for now, just to see it's working. I'm going to do a print string. Just leave it as it is, just like this. Alright, so and when jumping, we need a jump function on our ball. So I'm going to go to the ball blueprint here, and I'm going to create a custom event and call it add impulse to ball. And it's going to have an input. So if you select this and to the right, you can click on here. And I'm going to add an input called power of type float. And to get some jumping power, all we really need to do is, if you get the ball static mesh here and drag it out, you can do an add impulse. Click on velocity change here to enable it. This basically means that the strength will be considered as a changing velocity. It doesn't take mass into account. So I'm going to right click on impulse vector here and split struct pin. The power will go into the Z because we want to jump. The Z axis is the vertical line going up. So we want to jump upwards. Compile and save. So now we are having a custom event to call to get some jumping power, and the event is on the ball. So let's go back to the jumping portal. So whenever we get a hit event, I want to jump. So we're going to call that function on the ball. So I need to cast this to BP. Let's see if I can do that. No. Cast to BP ball. And I'm gonna just tidy this up. Okay, so let's do this instead. Alright, I think this is much easier to read. So really, I'm just printing the name whenever we hit that portal physically, and now I'm gonna cast this to the portal so we can access that jump function. Let me just check what I call it, add impulse to ball. So I'm gonna drag from this and search add impulse to ball. Here we can decide what the power is. I'm gonna go with, well, 800 for now. We can always tweak that. And I'm gonna double check that our settings are correct. So if you click on the mesh here, you need to have the simulation generate hit events. Let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, we need to drag this this actor out also. So I'm gonna drag this out, BP jump, portal jump, I think I call it. Yes, portal jump. I'm gonna save everything also. Let's drag this up, portal jump. Okay, I'm gonna rotate it so it's like this. I think I need to drag it upwards a little bit. It's a little bit too small, so I'm gonna scale it with 3. Alright, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna click on play and try to just jump on it. Alright, and as you can see, we are getting some jumping power. We can of course adjust the jumping power, and really what you can do is if you don't want to use this portal, you can download any other actor you want and use that as a jumping pad. But I'm gonna use this portal, but I'm gonna tweak the appearance of it so it looks a little bit different from the other one. And also what you can do, if you go back to the portal, you can see that this is a jump portal. I'm gonna add a new variable here. I'm gonna call it jump power. I'm gonna change it to float and click this I here. This I means that we can change it on instances of this blueprint. This means that for any instance in the scene, such as the one I just showed you, we can directly change the jump power there. I'm gonna show you very shortly what I mean with that. So I'm gonna drag this jump power variable directly in here. Okay. So if I go back to the scene now, you can see that if I select this portal and search for, let's search for power, you can see that we are having jump power here. And it's currently set to 0, so I'm gonna change it to, well, let's say 1000. So for any given portal you're dragging out, you can adjust the jumping power on them by just changing it here. So that makes it much easier for you. So let's try 1000, see how high we will jump. Wow, that was really a lot. I'm gonna go with, let's try 600. No, I'm gonna go with 750. Yeah, you need to really tweak this. I'm gonna try with 900. Need to do some testings here. Let's see, 1200. It's a bit higher. Well, this was much better, really, 1200. So we can change it according to, the situation. Maybe we want to jump much higher, much lower, but 1200 was pretty good. So I'm gonna keep it like that, but if I open up the portal, I'm gonna go to the view. Let's just change its appearance. If you chose the portal, of course, and if you're having some other actor you downloaded, it's I leave that up to you how you wanna change its appearance. But I'm gonna use this portal now and just change it. So I'm gonna select the portal, and let's see, let's try changing this one here to yeah, no, that didn't look good. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool. And then you can just change the materials to something like this. I think this is pretty cool, and we can easily distinguish this from the other portal. This just provides us jumping power. All right, so we can really use this in our game and easily adjust it accordingly. And it's really big and by in the game. So when placing this out, I'm gonna really do this. I'm gonna drag it a little bit. Let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna see if we can adjust the size to something more easier to handle. Okay. I guess we will have to have it big like this. That's one opportunity. By the way, we can also do this. If you just rotate it like this, we can have it like this. It will give us jumping power to, jump like this. So we would jump in accordance to with this red arrow in that direction. So I'm gonna give this a try and see what happens. All right, let's see. All right, let's try one more time. All right, we have to tweak this, but for now, I think I'm really gonna just use it to jump upwards. So let's see if we can just rotate it like this. One more test. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so really tweak that power value whenever you feel like it's necessary, and we can take it from there. Currently, it's also jumping whenever we touch that portal, and because we don't want to jump when we touch the edges, so we might be able to handle that in the next lecture. So we can finish this portal. All right, so we will continue with this in the next one. Thanks for watching. I see you soon.